Are we on track in terms of renewables penetration on the global energy system? Are there already as many solar panels and wind turbines installed as we should have in order to stabilize our carbon emissions? In this lecture, we will track the progress of major clean and low carbon energy technologies. Clean energy includes all types of renewable sources. On the other side, fossil fuels fall into the classification of low carbon energy whenever technological solutions are applied to reduce and control emissions. Concerning the progress of clean energy, Europe is the macro-region which first has attempted to accelerate the growth of modern renewable energies like wind and solar photovoltaic. Renewable sources shared 15% of the total primary energy supply of Europe in 2013. The scene was much dominated by all the renewables, such as hydroelectricity and solid biomass energy, which share together about two-thirds of total renewable generation. Modern renewables, among which wind, solar photovoltaic, geothermal and biofuels, cover the remaining third of total renewable generation. Therefore, modern renewables contribute for only 4% of the total primary energy supply in Europe. A steep growth of modern renewables such as wind and solar photovoltaic has occurred in Europe over the last decades. Although solar and wind energy represented substantial shares of all electricity generated in several countries, for example 36% in Denmark and 28% in Spain, their contribution to primary energy supply was only 6 and 5% respectively. The picture does not change when the global scene is considered. In fact, modern renewables shared less than 2% of total primary energy supply in 2013. Renewable power generation has increased in the last years and continues to progress according to the forecast from the International Energy Agency. However, it is not fully on track to meet the target at 2025 in the framework of the 2 degrees Celsius scenario. Power generation from solar photovoltaic has been heavily subsidized in certain countries, resulting in a marked increase of generation. However, several uncertainties remain for a booming of the solar market. Retroactive measures to cut support levels, high generation costs, and the issue of temporal variations in power production limit the diffusion of the photovoltaic generation. Nonetheless, a wide range of modern renewables is available, including wind, solar, biomass, tidal and wave energy, and the whole portfolio of technologies should be supported with long-term policies and exploited in order to find the right mix toward decarbonization. Indeed, it is necessary to recognize that there is no energy winner to support with priority. Natural constraints should guide the adoption of certain renewables over the other, and spillover effects can be there to promote advances in other technical fields. Even under the most aggressive scenarios of renewable power penetration, studies suggest that fossil-based thermal power generation will be required for grid reliability. In a carbon-constrained scenario, the adoption of carbon capture and storage (CCS) is the game changer to achieve low-carbon requirements. But the progress of low-carbon fossil power plants is not on track. There is a general lack of large-scale experience on CCS, and only in 2014 the first commercial coal plant with CCS technology started operation in Canada. The uncertainty about carbon pricing mechanisms have surely a major role in delaying the deployment of CCS. Moreover, to transport and store carbon dioxide, underground after carbon capture is not a trivial task. Safety considerations, public acceptance, and large infrastructure investments are required to scale up CCS technology. Certainly, the most important way to access the next energy transition is reducing the overall energy use. Energy efficiency has a paramount importance in the next energy transition, as when demand is reduced, a shift to a new supply arrangement becomes straightforward. In addition, it has the potential to deliver substantial value to many other sensitive areas such as economy and society. Capturing a multiple benefits approach to energy efficiency means to bolster some key areas of energy transition and promote political and economic convergence. Among the other, we can mention the benefits on energy system security, economic and social development, environmental sustainability, and prosperity. Energy system security is enhanced in terms of fuel availability, accessibility, affordability, and acceptability. This means to address respectively 4 different risk areas that are geological, geopolitical, economic, and socio-environmental. The second advantage is about the potential economic development through the increase of the gross domestic product and the employment rate. Industrial productivity can also grow as a result of lower operation and maintenance costs arising from efficiency gains. Furthermore, improved energy efficiency has the potential to bolster social development both in developed and developing countries. Better indoor air quality can improve health, while reduced energy bills may promote well-being. Finally, energy efficiency can play a role in poverty alleviation, enabling energy access and affordability. In fact, high energy bills are often a barrier to acquire better and safer energy both in developed and developing countries. A whole range of solutions is there to sustain a low-carbon energy transition. However, changes are progressing at a slower pace than required.